something. You see what he did, he stole our money, and now he cannot enjoy that when he is going into the grave. So, you know, people talking. And now look at the weather, so spectacular. Wow. So that was the Caritas game. So nobody goes against these pyramidal schemes unless it's a complaint, because you need someone to stir up the cops to get them out of their other tasks that are also lots of crimes that goes in the world, and make them investigate something. So let's say if this guy, the Trump guy, got investments into a Bitcoin, and if this Trump guy lost all his money because overnight Bitcoin made a change or something, someone hacked the Bitcoin servers, or something happened with the Bitcoin value, and suddenly overnight these big guys lost their money. Guess what? Mr. Trump or someone like that with lots of financial traction would hire 50 lawyers and private investigators, and will pull some political strings to investigate the Bitcoin game. But since everyone is making money at this point, at this stage, that's a Yak Mountain. Lots of salt mixed with water and snow and stuff is flying all over the place, so it's causing a film on my windshield. Anyone skiing down on Yak? No, nobody's crazy, that crazy. Checking the engine temperature, everything is good here. So as long as nobody complains, the cops have no reason to investigate. And of course the cops don't really start investigating on their own, like, oh yeah, you know what, I have time in my hands and willpower. It has to come from somewhere from the top, because this is it's a top financial scheme. And by the definition, what's the money? So Bitcoins is fake money, so we all know it's fake money. You can't really, I mean, you can exchange it into money, but it's fake money. So what's the definition of the money and how the money came to existence? It's a medium of energy exchange. That's it. So makes the energy exchange easier. So if you, let me look at the Yak Mountain. Some avalanches I see there. Wow, this is really something. I should take my, wow. So old days when people were trading stuff, even here some little avalanche, maybe because that's the hiking path. So how come the hikers maybe did that? I don't know. But that's the area I did hike up, and I went all the way to the first stop here, 2,000 a bit above sea level. So people used to trade stuff. I give you a cow, you give me I don't know, some pieces of wood so I can build my house, or you help me build my house, my home, and I give you three pigs, stuff like that. But at some point in the human history existence, people invented this type of energy exchange, the coins, pieces of gold, and pieces of gold with some marks on it, then they put some kings faces or some big leaders faces or some ways of distinguishing the value. Before it was just like, I'll give you some gold in the process of the trade. So now the gold is kind of getting old or something, and someone invented the Bitcoin, but they invented out of nothing. So now people generate numbers on the computer, which is kind of interesting. You can buy a server rooms. Yes, people are making money out of nothing by generating special numbers, which is kind of a interesting approach. You want to make some money, and you can either invest in Bitcoin and wait to see how the market goes, but market goes up and down, and market is changing also with some big news, like some riot goes on the streets, and now Bitcoin, because it's all emotional. So why people would invest in Bitcoin? Why people invested in Caritas? So if you look deeper than the surface, why people should invest, why people invest, why people want more money, it's all coming from emotions. So if I'm happy with my life, that means I found a recipe for happiness. Why I need to change? So I get a good cake, I enjoy it. Hey, look at that. I am really excited about my cake. And every day I take a little spoon and I enjoy my cake. And if I want to make more, I use the same recipe. Well, why I need to try something else? Myself, my name is, my name. And I try different recipes because I like variation. So I learn along the journey. That's why I keep doing this and that. Sometimes I'm excited, sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I'm not very happy. But for me, the curiosity is the reason of making changes and exploring stuff. I have some guy behind my truck, but also I have these big cars that maybe are blocking the exit to Falls Lake, I don't know. So many hikers at Falls Lake. Why? People are also going skiing in these mountains. But the thing is, it's avalanche season. This is avalanche country on the left. It's a really spectacular scenery for those who are able to go that deep in the backcountry. It's not me. I'm not doing that type of stuff. But it's also dangerous. But so many cars. There was like a big pile of, like a big stack of cars near the parking lot. So here is another cool area, cool valley, gulch. I don't know how they call it. 41. I think the video is going to split into the second video. Last weekend I've been here, it was all ice, and I lost control of my car a little bit, but I gained it again. I almost hit a big commercial truck that was about 3-4 kilometers ahead from here. So it was dark. It was maybe 6 o'clock or something, and yeah, that guy lost control and blocked 1.5 lanes out of 2 lanes. So I had to go on the side. So anyway, that was a interesting story, side story. Going back to the Bitcoin. So we are looking for emotion that makes us feel good, and we run away from emotions that hurt, right? From pain. We run away from pain. And we know from our life experience, we learn what hurts and what makes us feel good or give us some pleasure. And you look at people in the financial world, lots of unhappy people, really unhappy people. I mean, lots of people are seeking the pleasure and the thrill by making lots of cash, and they train themselves over the years, maybe starting with their teenager years, to love cash, because they get the emotion that is associated with winning money or making money. But if I look deeper into those guys' emotions, if I look at those guys, if one take any of those guys, if those guys found real love, real happiness, do you think they would choose to go to their office or to do whatever they do to get that feeling, that emotion, if they are really feel the love and happiness deep inside? If someone feels that happiness deep inside, they say, you know what, why I need to wake up, why I need to do that, why I need to take the risk? Of course, there are some people who are seeking thrills, like myself. Let's say even I'm happy, I'm trying to grow, I'm trying to feel something more different, something like it's part of my growth, so I explore different things. Some people in the financial world are like that. But if I look at the average who is trying to win the $1 million, so I look at Facebook, some groups of I'm connected to some healing groups to see how can I use my healing hands to help others remotely. I'm not ashamed to say that I'm weird, but I'm okay. And I'm looking at this, and someone posted a question, a question, like some sort of a statement, you know, press yes or press like button if you want abundance, money, and to make money or something. And they post a picture of a guy holding lots of cash. And you see 100-something responses. People like, or yes, me too, I want. Or people, other posts saying, oh yeah, I'll help you heal your financial wounds. I'll help you gain be successfully this year or something. Please sign up for my course, or please or something. And I see these naive people, because I look at those. I mean, I'm not everyone, but I did open some of the profiles, and I look at the picture, and I look at, it says view main profile, and I look at the person profile, and I see what they post, and I say, okay, yeah, she's a housewife. Oh yeah, I see he's a kind of some dude who's like he's bragging about his chicks or his drinks or something. Like, not very wise people, I can tell you that. Those people want the $1 million. Why? Because they are unhappy with their current financial situation, and they want the free money, the easy money. But those people never grow. If some person want easy money without putting effort, in which they should learn, that's the purpose of life, to learn and grow. And when you stop learning and growing, you die, you go down. Wow, I see some ski marks. It's like someone went there with a snowmobile. Wow, it's windy. What is icy? Oh, I think I don't want. No, that's not ice on the road. I don't want to think, because this is the area where that car thing was going last weekend, and it could be wind. Anyway, so I see lots of cars parked on the side of the road. The Snowmobiles guy. So yeah, that's a snowmobile road access going on the mountain on the left. It's a kind of it's off-roading. It's a gravel road going on the mountain in the summer, and now in the winter is Snowmobilers paradise, because back, a few kilometers back, in order to access the back roads and this type of mountains, like here, and go on a mountain with snowmobile, you need to be part of the club, and there is an access fee and there is a gate. And I've been there in the summertime, and yeah, it's not much. Maybe in the winter, going through this type of scenery, it's worth it. But for me, I am okay. 48 minutes. I don't think this could be the second recording. My camera for some reason splits the video in two. So those people who have unfulfilled emotions of like unachieved love and happiness, they would seek to gain some free money or something that gives them the feel, or it gives them an illusion of becoming happier. Same thing with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin now, it's going crazy, and it's like a market frenzy. Everyone. No, but lots of people want to invest in Bitcoin because, oh, look at that, Bitcoin goes up. Of course, it's a pyramidal scheme. So they want you. These stories can be manipulated by people who hold loads of money into Bitcoin, and they know, you know what? Yeah, we make up some stories in the financial world. We come up with some fake news, fake stories, or some stuff because we are so good at doing that. That's why we got so much money by fooling other people. And we pay experts. These days they have experts in mass media manipulations. And if you have enough money, like there was a documentary how Donald Trump won the election by paying a company in the United Kingdom to use Facebook and mass manipulate the crowds in the States so Trump could get elected, which was kind of an interesting scheme. So now people do the same thing with Bitcoin. You could pay such a service, and you get the experts who use the data coming from Google, from Facebook, whoever pays more, the data is available for sale. And this data that is gathered by these big platforms over the years, data that learned your emotions, how people react, what the data does goes into big software platform. It's called big data software. There are software developers working in this type of platforms. You can look it up. You can see what means big data and how the software developers use artificial intelligence to take people profiles and custom make ads for Facebook or for Google or something to target certain type of people groups. So you are being targeted. Even now, if I'm talking on my phone and if my Google services are being enabled and I enable the microphone, what I'm talking about right now is being processed, and the artificial intelligence algorithm is going to extract some keywords and is going to help the advertisers to properly target me as a potential customer. But I never buy, I never open this thing. But I mean, more of a unique. I'm in a small market, so they don't mind to put me on the pile. But lots of people, they click by accident, or they click because I've done that several times. They click on ads because they are interested, or because they were just talking about it and they are looking for the item, and suddenly, magically, the ad shows on their search page somewhere, or their Yahoo email. So same thing with Bitcoin. You will see ads. If you talk about Bitcoin, if you have a Google phone, you may see ads about investment opportunities. Even on YouTube, you might see suggestions about Bitcoin investment of opportunities. those are targeted ads made for those who are talking or researching Bitcoin because they are seeking emotions. That's why